G'day, everybody. Welcome to a stream that's a little bit more thought out than the one I did yesterday. So yeah. Well, actually, no, I did stream yesterday, did I? It was on Thursday. That's right. Just the days just disappear and don't exist for me at the moment. I hope you've all been good after yeah, just fire up the game. Sorry. Um. There we go. Yeah, so not much going on to update you guys on. Except that after my glasses are a little bit dirty. After a more than 3.5 years at this point. I'm finally going back to Japan. Many of you who have been watching for a while will know I have a particular love of Japan, and I've spent a lot of time there over the years, but obviously not for the last few because of various various things that sound a lot like the Greek alphabet. So I finally booked in. Hey, Jester, how you going, man? Good to see you. So yeah, I finally booked in to go back to Japan, flying out on the 31st of March. I will be there for about 3.5 weeks. And then I'll be going from the US, from Japan straight to the US for a few weeks. So yeah, good times. I'm actually just going to open up my chat app. You can look at the back of my head from that camera there, that one. Yeah, so I'm very happy about that. But it does mean that I'm also going there at the busiest time of the year for Japanese tourism, because it's springtime, so which means it's they have all their cherry blossom viewings and stuff like that. Very popular time, which meant it was bloody expensive. So, but YOLO, I guess. But anyway, it's good. I'm thrilled to be going back. I've got friends in Japan, and like I said, I used to go there twice a year for a month. And things have been significantly interfered with in that regard with the pandemic. So yeah, thrilled that I can now get back. Springtime, bit of a damper on the wallet. Yeah, it definitely was. But yeah, it's worth it. And then I'm from Japan. I'll go to the US. Undetermined amount of time at the moment as to how long I'll be in America for, but it'll probably be 2 weeks or so if I had to guess, at least a week. But it's likely to be a little bit longer than that. So yeah, but so that's my happy news of the day. Good. I mean, another one of these cars that don't have a bloody dash. I don't know why some of these things don't have gear indicators. They don't have bloody speedos. Some of them do, some of them don't. Don't get it. Alright, so there's this checkpoint challenge apparently. It's burning my eyes. Oh dear, oh dear. We're off in the boonies. And now we're off on the grass. We'll clip the wall. Not getting the deposit back on this car. I don't really care about these bloody things anyway. I don't even know what a claim does for me. When we had the ability to change teams in the middle part of the season, I was able to choose any team to try and negotiate with, so. What also bothers me with this game is that, back in some of the old F1 games, you used to actually get approached by teams. There was some, I mean, it was obviously not a magnificent system, but like, I feel like you could build that into this game and be like, oh, we've been approached by such and such team, and you can have your acclaim feed into that. But I've never seen any indication that a claim works like that in this game, so therefore I don't understand it as a mechanic. Are you going to buy F123? Probably, because I can't help myself. To be fair, the only reason I play this game is because I stream it. And it's a less, what do I say? All of my friends know that if I sim race, I take it very seriously. I do lots of laps, do lots of practice. I dedicate myself to it, even though I'm not particularly good at it. But I do lots of laps, and my mood fluctuates pretty demonstrably based on how a race has gone for me. It's something I take seriously. I think it's a skill being able to sim race. And as I said, like I'm under no illusions about how indifferent I am at it. But it doesn't mean I don't take it seriously, because I do. Whereas from a and so anyone who was watching back when I done my iRacing streams would know that I get quite I'm not going to say the word emotional, but I get quite invested in it. Is probably the best way of putting it. Because I effectively feel like I am actually participating in a race. Yeah, we're off anyway. What? Does that mean it's not going to count? It's not going to count? Oh. I'm going to have to do that again? Oh, fuck you. I don't care then. Get out of here. Hard on your sleeve. Yeah, I've always been like that, regardless of what game I'm playing. But with sim racing, I take it very seriously. The reason I don't necessarily stream those kinds of things as often is because I know what I'm like when I'm doing it, right? And I mean, even in this, like when I'm in a race and I'm hard on my sleeve, as Jester just said, and I'm not necessarily sure that that's particularly entertaining. That's good. We've had at least just a thing. So the race is going to be wet, is it? Okay, good. And yeah, won't run that again, but we will run an older one of these. And so no, we won't run another one of them. We won't run that again. We'll run that. Sorry, I'm multitasking. I will continue my thought. Don't worry. Let's go. So the reason I don't necessarily do so much from a proper simulator racing thing is because I know what I'm like. That's why I don't do iRacing. I get heavily invested in it, and then invariably in iRacing you get taken out by some noob or you make some mistake or something like that. But generally it's because somebody else has taken you out, and you're like, oh jeez, just I've done a bunch of practice and it's failed. And I always prefer racing to be a social thing as well. So I happily do sim racing with friends, but not necessarily something that I'm wanting to do on my own. And so that's why I play this game, and that's why I stream this, because this is obviously a lot less lower intensity. It is just more for fun, and so that's why I play this. So in terms of getting back to what my original thought was, is am I going to get F1 2023? The answer to that question is probably yes, because it's a lower investment, personal and emotional investment for me to play it, and I think it makes for better content if I wanted to stream it. So it's not like I'm a massive streamer. I don't get a lot of views or anything like that, but I do like the odd occasions when I'm on here and racing, and some people jump in, they ask some questions, or they ask for some advice, or they go, cool man, you got a cool setup or something like that. That's cool, because I prefer my racing to be social. I like being online with friends when I'm doing it. That doesn't happen so much anymore, unfortunately. Everybody, we all got older and we all got our own lives going on. But I remember a period like 15 years ago, we used to always be online together and cutting laps on servers and stuff like that. But that's the way of life. And so I've had to find other ways to get that kind of enjoyment out of racing, and this is what I've settled on. And even if nobody else ever jumps into the chat or says anything, then I still feel like that I'm still somehow doing, doing this racing thing with somebody else. And so, yeah, that's why I do it like this. So, yes, I probably will get F1 2023, just to be able to continue on like this, and, always be racing the latest looking cars with the, against the most up-to-date, the most up-to-date roster of drivers out there and team lineups and stuff like that. And knowing that,
This test is all about tyre management. Try to control the slip through each corner and take extra care putting the power down.
And knowing that if I do want to get on and do some online racing, it's like I did earlier, during the end of last week, that it's the game most likely to be from a pickup standpoint, people just doing, random online racing. Now there are some other options on the horizon. So hold on. I know that the new Forza Motorsport game is coming out, and I saw a video about that, and that game looks very interesting. That might be definitely worth having a look at, something more akin to an old Need for Speed, or a more accessible version of a Gran Turismo, because I don't have a PlayStation. Now I could buy one if I wanted to, obviously, but I just don't see the need. Ooh, I only just got that lap time. You can still, you can send that supercar to Baltimore. Yeah. We'll probably get it. I tend to buy every second year. Yeah. No, I get it. But as I said, like after you, because it was you, Jester, who sent me that link to the Forza game. I was like, yeah, that thing looks very impressive.
Good job indeed. A lot of valuable information.
So,
well done.
Maybe that's something that that could do in the future as well. So, but I'm just not sure right now. What are we? 0.8 off Perez in the same car. Oh, in the same tire. Sorry. Let's do fuel management. So yeah, I think hopefully that explains why I played this game rather than getting on here and just streaming iRacing. Because I've thought about getting back on here and doing iRacing again, but iRacing does my head in. There's no differentiation between you and, in terms of an incident, someone crashes into you, you lose the same amount of points that they do.
In this program, we want you to focus on your fuel saving technique. Lift and coast through corner entry.
Which means that what you would expect is that maybe drivers on there will drive accordingly with that, and friggin' hell. And Yeah, I'm gonna be getting Forza Motorsport. Looks cool. I think my full sim racing days are over. Yeah, I think that's Oh, come on! Trying to do two things at once, have this conversation and drive is not necessarily working out so great for me. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever get back into it the way that I used to be, back into racing.
Okay, decent lap there, but there's still more to find. Keep at it.
Fuel burn's exactly the same as last time.
That's an acceptable lap, but you're capable of more if you work at it. Come on.
Alright, we got there in the end.
Program.
What do we got? My son thinks your camera names are amusing.
You got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
Well, thank you, Jester's son. I appreciate that. Sock cam, handy cam, and webcam. I appreciate that. Okay, so we have race strategy next. That one. So FP2 is going to. So everything's dry up until the race. Good. That's great. Let's go to FP2. and we'll finish off our things. We'll finish off our training, bloody practice things. Some of those things.
Close, so let's review our top 3. Sainz, Russell and Daniel Ricciardo. And if today's practice is anything to go by, we're in for an exceptional weekend of Formula 1.
So Sebastian's gone 8th fastest. That's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. Maybe the car's not too bad here. Mind you, there was a couple of cars at the bottom. One of them was Max, who hadn't done any laps. So I'm sure he'll be Max Verstappen in the next session. All right, so we have a race strategy one to do. So this will be the first representative laps we're actually going to do, because we're not trying to lift and coast, and I'm not trying to save tires. So we'll see what upgrades we've been focusing on. So nothing. From my perspective, I've been doing whatever the team recommends, because I think that that's a better representation about how the real life sport works. So I'm the driver. I accumulate data.
A few solid laps here to help us calculate a good race strategy.
But it's up to the team to use that data. So I've just been using whatever the game recommends. Because, you know, as I said, I feel like that's a better representation about how real life works. The driver doesn't say, hey man, I think we should focus on doing this new engine cover. At least that's not how I believe the sport works.
Job so far, we're getting great data. Stay focused.
Downshift then. Couldn't put the bloody shift down.
Great lap, you nailed exactly what we asked for. Keep it up. so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Do I like this track? That's an interesting question. I think Zandvoort's quite challenging as a track. I hate this middle sector though. I don't think I've ever done what I consider to be a nice lap around this track. I always feel like I get lost in these corners here. Like that. I don't even know what I must have got a wheel up on the curb. I wasn't expecting that result though. Oh no, it wasn't a curb, I got a wheel on the grass. Yeah, right. Oops. Yeah, as I said, I always get lost in these corners here. I don't think I've ever been happy with a single lap I've done around this track. But do I like it? It's grown on me, is how I'd frame that. I think having real life F1 come here. I don't mind watching the races here for realsies. Do I like driving it myself?
Exactly what we asked for. Keep it up.
I quite like the first sector. Like this sort of roller coaster, up and down, very twisty. It's very challenging. And they've got corners that have multiple lines that you can take. Like, it's definitely a multi-line kind of circuit. I quite like that. But the middle sector, those middle few corners are not my jam. Better than Baku. Well, I mean,
Okay.
I can go out and walk laps in my backyard and it's better than Baku. We're done with that.
Test complete, and that
Baku.
was a really
Oh,
good job
dear.
indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
Alright, so our tyre wear is actually higher than anticipated, so... but I mean, we're still just probably going to end up one-stopping this thing on the medium and the hard, because it's one of the things about this game, is that if you're in career mode, and you're in a midfield or lower field car, if you're not at the front with a big advantage, and you're doing anything less than 100%, for whatever reason, the tyre wear doesn't scale anymore. Really, the AI will always one-stop. Every single fucking race, they will one-stop, and therefore, if you want to be competitive, you have to one-stop too. And that's it. So, it matters not. There is no deviation on strategy. If you deviate from the strategy and you try to two-stop, you will be beaten by the AI. Fundamentally, you will be destroyed by the AI. I feel like I don't feel like it's always been like that in these games. I've seen two-stops previously on 50% distance. Not anymore. In this game, the AI, the winner will... Sometimes you get a little bit of deviation. I think it was at Canada we saw some two-stops. They didn't win the race, though. So, and that's all you need to know from that. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. I wish there was some more strategy play in it. Maybe if we get to the front, we might end up with that. So we're currently third fastest. We've done the same time as Daniel on the same tyre. 4/10 faster in the last sector. Giving up 3/10 in the first sector, though, which actually surprises me. I thought our first sector was pretty good. But mind you, he's done the fastest first sector, so... Anyway, I feel like our pace isn't too bad here. We might be challenging for a top 10. But we are going to retire from this. Well, actually, we'll just go to F3, P3, and then we'll quit it, go to quali. I've been looking at new sim hardware lately. Oh yeah, what have you been looking at?
And with the cars now over the line, let's see our top 3 again. Leclerc, Hamilton, and...
I'm less confident after seeing the timing sheets after that. We'll see how we go in quali. I will retire from this session. No laps.
It's time to remind ourselves
Moser
of our
looks
top
pretty
3, who are
good.
Leclerc,
Moser.
Perez, and Lando Norris.
Not sure what Moser
What an
is.
incredible practice session that was.
Is that
The
new
fun
brand?
doesn't stop here though. Join us again.
Alright. Fairly new brand. Okay, cool. They do like direct drive. I've thought about going to a direct drive wheel, but I quite like this thing. So, and I don't know if I can justify the cost on it anymore. Like I've got a new PC build underway at the moment. It's gonna take plenty of money out of me before anything else. So, alright. So, Sandford drives the race gonna be wet anyway, but I would like to get back and take Fernando out. No recommended upgrades. Do we have any upgrades available to us? We do. We have a DRS activation mechanism. We've got nothing available to us from a chassis side. That's all locked. Powertrain. We have a... Oh, sorry, that thing's requires facility spec 2. Okay. We do have a fuel flow regulator. Now, we had a failed upgrade here, didn't we? So there's no recommended upgrade for us to do. So this one is done. So that's general wear on the ice, turbo. But I feel like maybe what we should do is do the 2 upgrades available to us from Aero, which is unavailable. That'll be probably why we don't have recommendation. Department capacity reached. Is it the same here? Oh no, we've got a 30. We can do a major fuel efficiency upgrade. But 30% chance of failure. YOLO, whatever. Team will probably fail it anyway. And then we had a failed upgrade here. I'm trying to remember which one it was. I thought it was one of the MGUs. Maybe I've already triggered it to go again. I think I have, actually. Maybe we'll just leave it at that. I'd be coming from a Logitech, so I've been looking at their entry-level direct drive wheel at R5. Okay. Let's go to quali. Oh, hang on. Let's put the good stuff back in the car. That's okay. Fanatec is the only other reasonable option. Yeah, I quite like Fanatec stuff, as you can see from my pedals and my wheel. They do good stuff for me. Is my feel. Yeah, we're just gonna go. So yeah, I think I'm still a while away by having to worry about it. The base is the oldest thing I've got now. I've had that for quite a while. The base is coming up on probably 6 or 7 years old. But apart from having a fault one just after I first got it, it's been pretty rock solid. Okay. Whatever, game. Whatever. For some fucking reason, the car's got less grip now than it did in FP3. Go figure. On a new set of soft tyres. Piece of shit. Probably don't have enough battery to do this, but... yeah, for whatever reason, the car's got less grip now than it did in FP3.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Two tenths off Hamilton. That feels better. Good luck. Gonna head off. Might catch up with you later. No worries. Good luck with the race. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Talk to you later. So we're only 2 tenths off fastest, even though I done that on the second lap. So... sixth fastest after the first runs. I'll take that. On a... I didn't think the lap was particularly good. I don't think we're gonna have to go again. I mean, I might get... They might do us here. But we'll see. There, we made it. Saved a set of tyres. But... that was better than I thought. I think we can go faster than that. If I can nail it, if I can actually do the lap on the first lap, not the second one. The pace has certainly come to the car in the last sort of since Hungary. We've been much more competitive. What tyres have we got? We should have two sets. See if we can do a really good lap here and not have to do a second one. And it gives us two fresh sets for Q3. 2.5 tenths off the lead again. Not bad. I still wasn't particularly impressed with that lap, in all honesty. I don't think we're going to get away with not going again here, mind you. Lando's currently fastest. Who hasn't done laps yet, then? Yeah, Russell, Hamilton, Ricardo, they're all chances of going faster than us. So we're going to be going again here for sure. So that's okay. Let's count down time a little bit more. Short lap here so we can eke a little bit more time out of it. I think we gave ourselves enough. Interesting that Russell was behind us currently. I think we done enough that time. That was a good lap. Actually got those two corners I hate. I actually or the three corners really, double right-hander and then left. I actually got them pretty good that lap, and it showed. P4. Who got knocked out? Well, Fernando's still in there. Bloody hell, there's my rival. I just can't put anything on that guy. I should never have chosen him as my rival. I should have known better. Just never, you know, never voluntarily take on friggin' Alonso. So it reckons these ones are slightly better. So we'll do a banker lap on these. And then we'll do a lap on new tyres at the end. P4 on used tires. When I cross the line, anyway. I'm not convinced it will stay P4 after everyone else goes through. Yeah, P7 used tires. 12.3. Max on 11.6. Actually, Russell also on 11.6. Lando and I done exactly at the same time. Fernando faster than me. Alright, let's see what we can do. Let's see if I'm bloody out qualify Fernando. I don't know what tyres he was on, but we should be able to find a little bit of pace this lap. P5 apparently. Yeah, there we go. Now, is that faster than a bloody Alonso? Did I finally get him? Probably not.
And with qualifying complete,
No, I did. I got him by
here
one
are
spot.
top three
Got him by
today.
0.2.
Verstappen,
Or a tenth and a
Russell,
half.
and Lewis Hamilton. With qualifying wrapped up now, we have our grid lineup.
So we're on the third row again. So as I said, the performance has been there really since Hungary. So we should be able to fight for some points again. But it is going to be a wet race, so probably lots of restarts and flashbacks. Oh dear. But it is what it is, you know. It's a good session though. We're 7 points behind him though, so it's yeah. It's gonna be a tough ask. Let's just race. Let's do it. There it is. Look at the rain.
Welcome along there. Off the back of a fantastic... It's not going to be plain sailing for our drivers today. Although with the sky falling as it is, perhaps sailing isn't too far from the truth. Natalie Pinkham, good to have you with us here today. Your thoughts?
It is a touch damp, isn't it? As a driver, there are three big things to worry about when racing in these conditions. Standing water, tyre temperature and visibility. Judging distance to the cars around you is really tricky when you're driving through the vast amounts of spray that these wet weather Pirelli tyres kick up.
All right. Let's see how we go.
he's back.
Whoa!
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 8.1 seconds. The rain's getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out. situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre yet. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 2.6 seconds.
I can't get back on the track. No! Oh, fuck that. No. That was ridiculous. I got caught on a bloody curb. There would have been no fun in that. I couldn't get back onto the track. And those two are getting a bit faster.
Gap to the car in front is 3.9 seconds. lap confirmed.
Well, at least I didn't get screwed in a pit stop this time.
There, mate. We're delighted with that. Sebastian's in for his stop. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Okay, you're doing well out there. Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes. Okay, gap ahead is 11.4 seconds. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 2.8 seconds. 3.0 seconds. dry enough yet to start thinking about slicks. Let's hold on to the inters for a little while longer. Gap to your teammate behind is 21.4 seconds. Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres. Our gap to the car in front is 2.0 seconds. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 27.7 seconds.
Too ambitious.
Sainz is the fastest man on track right now. He's just posted the quickest lap of the race.
Need to start paying attention to battery usage now.
Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Confirmed. Strategy available on the MFD. Copy. Sebastian is in the pits. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 2.0 seconds. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. DRS is now enabled.
Whoa! No. No, no, no. No, no, no. That would wreck the race.
Gap to your teammate behind is 38.3 seconds. Okay, Leclerc's just set the fastest lap of the race so far. And gap to the car in front is 3.1 seconds. lappers has just put up the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, gap ahead is 3.0 seconds. Green flag.
Come on, game. Piss off.
Check.
Ah. You can take that curb.
Yellow flag. laps of fuel remaining. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 3.0 seconds.
The AI's been able to stretch its legs in the dry.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 47.6 seconds.
Sebastian's having a good race.
Catching the car ahead, well done, but be aware these tyres need to get us to the end of this race. Front is 2.8 seconds. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
I had a go at doing the fastest lap at the end of the race.
We're really happy with that performance. Well done.
Third, second podium in a row, although we should have won at Spa, obviously. Back-to-back wins for Hamilton.
So Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was. So, Natalie, what do you think helped them deliver this result?
I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out of the track was. Speed. It sounds like an awfully reductive statement, but fast
I wish I had
cars
stayed
win
wet
races.
like that in
We saw
between
today
when we
with
were
our
catching
win.
these guys. Oh, look at that. It's raining again now.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
There we are. But enjoying this podium this time because I skipped through the last one. Our first podium because I was so devastated at myself for throwing the race away. Wasn't a bad effort in the end. We were a lot more competitive than I thought we would be before qualifying, but then qualifying obviously was good for us, and then the racing was the race went well for us. So did we get the fastest lap?
And now let's take a look at
We
the
did.
driver's standings.
Had a crack
Well,
at
not
it right at the
result
end.
our
Got
points
there.
leader would have wanted, but it certainly makes things interesting going forward. So then, Natalie Pinkham, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Well, there's no question in my mind.
Well, that's good. So that should give us plenty of points. There we go. Maximum points over Fernando. If only he'd got a penalty and retired from the race. Oh, still 5 points behind him though. Claim's gone up. Whew. Man, I'm hot. I don't know if we can tell, but I think I'm a bit sweaty. I've got the air conditioning on in here, but it's obviously not enough. It's pretty warm out today. It's 34 degrees outside, so Celsius, obviously. Fernando Alonso held a press conference with their agent this morning, announcing their decision to retire from Formula One. Opening that seat could trigger all sorts of driver moves, so we should watch the situation closely. Yeah, right. Thanks, Max. Fernando pulled the pin. So let's how we.
Our new parts have completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
Alright, so what have we got here? The charity gave you some much needed exposure and the team understood why it was important to go. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright, so still no recommendation. It's because these guys are still department capacity reached. These guys are going at it. There's no available upgrades there. Reliability. I'd rather save the points and work on performance. Our reliability's been quite good. I don't think we can do anything about that, can we? You need a, yeah, they need to level up themselves, I think, or you got to spend money or something on it. Another failed upgrade. Where are we up to? Monza. Oh, do we want to do this race now or not? No, I don't think we will. We'll call it there. So, thanks for watching, everybody. As I said, a bit sweaty, so go off and have a cold beverage. So, it's Saturday afternoon. I've enjoyed the last 3 days off, fourth day off, and then tomorrow, and then back to work on Monday. So, I want to enjoy my my last couple of days. So, thank you for watching, everybody. Yeah, been Webby Moto, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya. Oh, not that one. That one. There we go. Thank you.